Hi, honey. It's so wonderful to make your acquaintance. It's wonderful to meet you over this internet kind of virtual reality kind of space. My name is Sabrina, if you don't know me super well. And I'm really excited to share with you what this opportunity is all about, how it literally fell into my lap and just completely transformed my life. So hopefully you would have received this with the attachment, the little PDF that I created, just giving you this overview and giving it at a glance. But I wanted to give you my story so that you can maybe have a little bit more of a personal connection to what this could be for you. If anything I say resonates with maybe your life season or story that you find yourself living right now, or just possibility that could be available to you. So I obviously not from the US. Most of the people that I'm talking to are from the United States. I'm from the UK, a small town just outside of London. My husband and I moved to the US in 2011. So we've been here a while now, which blows my mind. And it was so wonderful. I used to be a flight attendant. I flew for British Airways for nearly 9 years. Wonderful time of my life. And I think it spoiled me. That lifestyle completely spoiled me for living a extraordinary kind of lifestyle in terms of not having a 9-to-5 job, always doing something different, being around different people, traveling, all of these wonderful things. So it ruined me. So when we moved, I had to leave that job, which I was very sad about. But it gave me a wonderful opportunity to start fresh, to start new, to decide what I wanted my life to be and who I wanted to be, what I wanted to create. And I'd been on a pretty epic weight loss journey. I've lost 92 pounds. And I did so partly with one of my absolute favorite Beachbody super trainers, Mr. Shaunti, doing his Insanity program. And if you don't know anything about Beachbody, you've probably heard of Insanity or P90X or PiYo, Core de Force, Brazilian butt lift, any of these kinds of programs. These are all Beachbody affiliated programs. So I lost about 40 pounds with Insanity, and it just, excuse me, it just gave me this, this kind of desire to be of service to other women who were going through a similar weight loss struggle. Because before I found that program, I did all the wrong things. I was cardio queen, only doing cardio ever. I was eating fad diet after fad diet after fad diet because I needed something to happen now. I was in an awful self-esteem place. I developed eating disorders because of that whole desperation. I became bulimic, and it's still something that emotionally and mentally I struggle with to this day, but I've got a handle on it, thankfully, because I found ways to kind of channel it, right? So I developed an eating disorder through that time. I became a husk of a human, and I don't say that to be dramatic. That's literally what my life looked like. I had no self-esteem. I had no self-confidence. I was the person that hid in rooms. Excuse me if I get emotional. I always, I think it's just a stark contrast from who I am now. So when I think back to then, it hits me every time. But I remember being in a group exercise class, and I was wearing like the baggiest t-shirts that were like 10 sizes too big, and big shorts, and just hiding in the back of the room so nobody would see me. And just, I didn't want to take up space, even though I was taking up a hella ton of space, weighing over 250 pounds. So all of that was coming to a head, and I just knew that I needed something that was healthy, a healthy way to be, because I realized that I wanted my weight loss to be forever. I didn't want to just lose weight and then feel great in the second, and then as soon as I started eating like a normal human being, I was going to gain weight. So then I started thinking to myself, okay, what do I need to do? I got educated around nutrition and I got introduced to Beachbody with the Insanity program, educated to well-balanced exercise in terms of strength training and cardio and balance and core work and all the things that we need to do to keep our bodies functioning at a very optimal level. So with that, I realized that I wanted to be a personal trainer. I wanted to be somebody who could be with women on that journey. So off I went. I got my personal training certifications. I started my personal training business. I started teaching group exercise. I co-owned a boutique fitness studio. So there was me, previously 250 pounds, lost almost 100 pounds and living the life that I was loving. It was a life of my dreams, right? Until it wasn't. And again, excuse me if I get emotional. Until it wasn't. I came to a screeching halt with my health because excuse me, all my energy and all my effort and all my time and all my creative, like everything was going to other people. It was all on other people's needs. It was all other people's expectations. My energy was for other people, to the point where my relationship, my marriage was struggling. I was having serious health concerns. My anxiety-induced insomnia was at an all-time high. And I realized that the life that I'd wanted to live wasn't actually a life that was serving me. It wasn't one that was nurturing me. It wasn't one that I could sustain, because I was literally maybe home 5 hours a day, and some of that had to be sleep time. So it was awful. 2016 was a really, really rough year for me. Very, very rough year. So I was sharing a lot on my social media, kind of talking about my struggles, the things that were going on. And my coach messaged me and she was like, "Girl, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, blah, blah, blah." I blew her off, right? And then I came to that point in my life where I was like, okay, something needs to change. I sold my share in the boutique fitness studio back to my, or she bought it from me, I should say, to my business partner. I gave up on my personal training business because I didn't want to do that anymore. I started looking into maybe personal training online because I needed to protect my energy for my own health and well-being above anything else. And plus, financially, I wasn't earning what I should have been for the amount that I was working, because we know in this industry, you just don't when you're doing it in person and on a one-on-one basis. So I had a non-compete with the studio, so I couldn't do anything for a while. So then I found myself again sitting there being like, okay, what does life look like? What do I want to do? And that same woman, who is now my coach, she had posted something on her social media about a community and personal trainers and fitness instructors and how they didn't have to live that existence, and everything she was saying was just speaking into exactly what I was experiencing. So I sent her a message and I was just like, hey, maybe we should talk. So she sent me her phone number and I was like, what? She sent me her phone number and we got on the phone and we had an honest, very genuine, authentic conversation. And I literally was like, okay, I'm in. Tell me what I need to do. And that was the birth of my Beachbody business. And it's so crazy to think the difference in my life now. My husband and I just recently moved from where we were living in Texas to Boston. If I'd had my businesses as they currently stood, still in place, then we wouldn't have been able to move. His career would have been stunted because I would have been tied down to a physical location. But now I have time freedom, I have location freedom, I can work my business anywhere. So with his career, we get to move semi-often. So that kind of releases any stress on that side. I earn an income when I'm not doing anything. So when we go on vacation, or like we go back to the UK to spend time with family, or with family during certain times of life, family emergencies, those kinds of things, we can go, and I don't have to ask permission to leave a job, or ask for a holiday, or ask for unpaid leave if I've already taken my vacation time. All of these things, I don't have to do that. My energy is protected. My days start and end with taking care of me, 1000% taking care of me. And if you followed, I've kind of reached out to you based on my social media interaction that we've had. You've probably seen that in my posts or in my Instagram stories or Facebook feeds or whatever, that every day I'm nurturing me. I do my workout, I eat my nutrition, I drink my shake, I take my performance supplements, I read personal development, something good for my brain and for my mental and emotional stability. And I get to close my laptop after a few hours of work, literally maybe 4 hours a day. And I do this full time. This is my full-time job, and I work maybe 4 hours a day, pouring into other people, helping my customers and my clients on their fitness journeys, helping other people, hopefully just like you, start their own businesses, nurturing my teammates, pouring into my teammates, helping them with their training, helping them with getting their business off and running, helping them with growing their businesses, so that we're doing this together. And like, my life is completely transformed. My marriage is in a much better place than it ever has been. I have all the freedom that I would want, like I said, but even beyond that, the person that I'm becoming is, like I said, when I got emotional the first time, I don't even recognize who I used to be. I don't even recognize her. I'm very grateful to her because she's the reason I'm here, right? Her resilience and her strength. But I don't recognize her because the trajectory of my life now is going far beyond those limits that I put on myself before. How small I wanted to make myself. I literally could not make myself any bigger now. And it's just all because of this business platform, because of the company that I'm affiliated with, because of the personal brand that I get to grow, and I get to decide where that goes. It's not just Beachbody. I get to decide whether I want to be featured on podcasts, whether I want to create a podcast of my own, whether I want to affiliate with this company that promotes this, or if I want to create my own products and my own brand. Like, this is a platform and a jumping off point, but it's not the only thing. And I think that is such a wonderful thing to be able to say, that building a business based on helping other people be healthier, be stronger, be fitter, be more financially free, and having that be like the springboard to create whatever it is that you want for your life. And that's why I share powerfully about this. So if anything I've said has resonated with you, please reach out. I will reach back out to you for sure, but let's chat about this and see what could be possible for you in your life and what you want to create. I'm so excited to talk with you more. Thank you for taking the time to hear from me, and we'll chat soon. Take care.